Guys, are we
Live.
live?
Yep, it looks like we are live. What is up, people of the internet? It is me, Real American, back in with a new stream, and that is right. We are live on this beautiful September 2nd, 2025. I hope everyone's having a great day. I'm having a great day myself, and you can tell we're joined by Tyrone and Real Texan Politics.
Hello.
Stop.
So, everybody, it's that time. We've been waiting a couple months. I've been waiting for redistricting. It's ongoing. But I think we're getting kind of a clearer idea as to how redistricting is looking right now. So I think it's time for the first official 2026 House map prediction. That means tomorrow will probably be the Senate prediction. Later this week, I'm assuming, maybe not presidential prediction yet. We'll wait. But I think it's time to do the first House prediction because, oh boy, I got some hot takes for 2026. So, yeah. Now, before we get into today's stream, don't forget to like, subscribe, share with your friends, and of course, join the channel. These are great ways to support the content. And if you do have any questions or concerns or want to support the channel even further, the best way is sending super chats via the chat. Again, I will read through as much chat as possible, but usually super chats are the best way to get your questions answered. So, yeah. American Nerd for 2. Hey, Rap, miss you streaming. I hope you're doing okay. Yeah, I just took a week off because Labor Day and stuff. So
That's literally it too. We got told last minute, yeah, I'm gonna take a week off, and we were like, yeah, that's fine. Everybody deserves.
I thought it was Labor. You know, with it being Labor Day, like, yeah, why not just take a week off and just work on some stuff? All right. So, before I forget, I should probably should post this on Twitter that we're live. Live now. Link in the comments.
And you guys can also post it live on Twitter, but you can also do things to support the channel, like commenting, subscribing to the channel, liking the streams and the videos, hitting the notification bell so you never miss anything whenever something's uploaded or we go live. But the thing you can do to help the channel out the most
Give us our money.
you can join the channel to $1 a month. That's a really good deal, and you can leave super chats that help out financially, and it's the only real surefire way we're going to be able to read your comments. Other than that, that's all you can do. You can word of mouth, spread it, whatever social media. Yeah.
All right, Princess Rider for 5. North Carolina GOP wants a redistrict to add 2 more seats. Just a bit more complicated since they'll need to overrule a veto and push it to the state Supreme Court. Wait, hold on. They want to add 2 more seats in North Carolina? I don't think it's possible.
They're already maxed out.
I mean, you could maybe.
If they can add 2 more seats, that's great for us.
With NC1, maybe you can make it a bit more Republican, but that's about it. I don't see, which again, it's trending to the right anyways. Would he really want to touch it? I don't know. But with Section 2,
up, Ye?
And Ye joined. Hello.
Why did you say that so disappointingly?
No, I just
said
said
you are not happy about that. I'll go fuck myself then. Goodbye.
No, wow.
But look what you did.
Get it back in here. No, I just didn't realize she was joining. Thank you.
Anyways.
But yeah, so North Carolina, I don't see them redrawing again. That might be pushing it.
North Carolina redrawing to get 2 additional seats is fucking insane, but that is, I mean, let's be realistic with how crazy those people are over there. That's about in line for the North Carolina GOP, and knowing how the Republican Party is, I wouldn't be surprised if they actually have a way of getting 2 more seats.
They wouldn't draw out 2 more seats. They would just make Don Davis's seat safe Republican.
Yeah.
I do not see them drawing out a second. I assume it would be a district head of Wake, because they're not going to touch the Charlotte seat.
I think my guess is they would probably make the first redder, shore up Edwards over in the 11th because Asheville's moving left.
Yeah, they would,
and then probably take a district out of the Raleigh area. So probably gerrymander like Chapel Hill, Durham, and Raleigh into one seat.
Yeah, I don't see them combining the two because those are already Dem pack seats, and if you take those 2 apart and make them into one, there's just too much blue to risk it. I think what they're gonna, if they do redraw, which I don't think they do, I think they leave it as it is because having four seats, like 4 different maps and 4 different elections, is a little ridiculous, even by North Carolina standards. But if they do, they're going to make the Asheville seats safer, and they're gonna basically make the first district safe Republican.
at this point, leave it as is, because Don Davis's seat's a ticking time bomb for them. So I won't really mess with it.
Yeah, no, that seat, even if Don Davis holds on this cycle, there's no way he wins in 2028. It's just over.
And he barely won. That was a weird campaign and Mark Robinson. It was a weird situation, but all right. Cameron Flo got for 2. Is this whole season just gonna be Trump stuff? Season of what? Oh, like the Trump is dead stuff.
Yes,
Yeah.
that's all it's going to be. I posted a tweet about this because, of course, I did. They're going to treat every single Trump, like every single White House announcement for the next 3 years or so, is just going to be them saying, "Oh my God, this is it." They're going to announce that he's dead or resigning for health reasons,
But,
it's never going to happen because he's going
to want him to die. Like Vance to them,
You don't want to know why they want him to die, because it's the same fucking reason for everything else. They are legitimately so deranged they cannot see anything past Trump. That is the fucking simple.
They don't understand. Someone else posted about this, and I agree with them wholeheartedly. Vance is what people like me thought DeSantis would be.
Yeah.
I'm not going to say Vance is going to be. I'm not going to say Vance is going to be better than Trump or the white working class, although I do think he holds their margin pretty much 1-to-1. But he can hold the white working class, and he can also pretty much every Republican that isn't Trump is going to improve with white college voters, just straight up.
Yeah, because Trump he does not appeal to them whatsoever, because that's
Trump
Trump.
Trump is uniquely bad with white educated voters in a way that even someone like Vance, who I would argue is an even worse fit for the white educated voters than Trump is on paper, just in terms of pure policy. He's much more centrist on economics. He's much more Christian. He's much more religious in his political doctrine. And just because he's not named Donald Trump, he is going to do better with voters that he probably has no business doing better with.
Yeah, it's really just Orange Man bad. That's
it is Orange Man bad. That is pretty much the entire political philosophy of many white college voters who will immediately switch over to Vance. And I'm not even remotely kidding with that.
He was clarifying the South Park season. Oh, it's been ass. The new South Park season's been terrible. It's really just Orange Man bad. Listen, South Park used to be good, but come on, it's already like halfway through the season. It's only been like trimmed.
South Park was never as good as people thought.
The entire premise of the new season is that Trump has a small penis.
Yeah, I mean,
so cool.
It's so funny, guys. You know, we've been hearing this for like how many years now? 10?
I think the funny part is they made one little snippet about it. Okay. The problem was they're in that phase of satire where they're upset that Republicans aren't like responding to it. Like Kristi Noem and like the DHS have been like kind of co-opting like the things they've made about her and about like Trump and everything like that, and it pisses them off to no end. Yeah. They even posted, "Oh, so now we matter. # go fuck yourself." That was they unironically tweaked out because Republicans didn't get upset about it and they just co-opted it instead.
At first it was annoying, but everyone just realized, oh, this is pointless. Talk about it. It's literally that's all it's gonna be. It's literally the new like Stephen Colbert, just Orange Man every 24/7.
They want Trump to post one of his like truth essays in all caps ranting about South Park.
And he's not biting, and neither is anyone else in the administration. And it gets under their skin.
Well, remember, guys,
it pisses them off.
They're used to the free publicity for their shitty comedy because it helps them get their living.
A reminder that Stephen Miller is writing tweets, guys. You guys see that? People think it's Stephen Miller writing these tweets now.
Like, he needs to write every tweet about immigration needs to be by him, by nobody else.
Yeah. All right, K-Cup for 5. I was with some friends this weekend. My friend's dad literally just said, and I quote, "We are in a prime position to take things back from the fascists." Well, that's the left in a nutshell right now. They actually think Trump's a fascist, but yet they think it's like he's dead, he's not running the country. It's like, how can he be a fascist dictator but like be dead and like not running the show?
Talk about fascism for a moment. Don't worry, Rap. I'm not about to go on an unhinged rant, I swear. Fascism, when you go look at its actual doctrine, is when you place the power of the state, and specifically a leader, above all else, including above state religion and other things. Donald Trump, importantly, does not do that. Donald Trump is your average 90s Democrat but he's just really, really pro-life. And then he's looking at what China's going and doing, and he's saying, "Wow, that's awesome." With putting investments into major industries. Nothing what Trump does is remotely fascist by the textbook. The only reason people say Trump's a fascist is because back in 2015 he made a couple offhanded crazy comments, and people have been saying for 10 years, 11 years, "Oh, he's Adolf Hitler." No, he's fucking not. You're just retarded, dog.
All right.
Yeah, no. The thing with like fascism is, it generally requires like a dictatorship. Just in general, there is a certain political doctrine to fascism that has never once fit what Trump is actually doing.
Damn it, Hitler was elected.
I was gonna say the mustache man was elected. I mean, why not?
Adolf, fucking Adolf,
H-man.
yeah.
Okay, yeah. What's happening here is, and I think the problem is,
Adolf hit scan in the 6 million aimbots.
Okay.
yeah, no.
Okay, yeah, that's enough.
Anyways, Trump is what they're upset about is Trump is doing. He's using the executive branch to his own for the goal of his party, and the problem is, it's one thing to be upset about this. It's another thing to be upset about this when your party is the foundation of the executive presidency. This idea that after Wilson, after FDR, after LBJ, after pretty much every major Democrat president of the last, I don't know, 100 years, having this kind of policy where the executive branch is the most powerful and will be treated as such, you don't get to complain about it and call it fascist when the other side does it too. Just straight up. It'd be one thing if you're just some lowbird. You're misguided. You don't like that the president is being a little forceful with the powers he's been duly elected to have. It's another thing.
Thomas Massey.
Unless you're Thomas Massey, in which case you're gay and you're a transvestite or whatever.
Okay. Anyways.
You don't get to be upset about it when your party has been for the last century or so doing the exact same thing, if not more forcefully.
Remember, it's democracy when Democrats do it. It's fascism when we do it.
Luke Newman for 2. How does Indiana draw out the Indianapolis seat? Oh, that's pretty easy. We'll get that in a little bit. That's not that difficult.
I've done it before. You split it 3 ways. You can make a bunch of Trump plus 18 districts that don't flip under any data.
It's not a VRA protected seat. People can.
It's not.
Yeah, it's not. So they can do what they want.
It's like barely majority white.
You can draw it to be majority minority, but it's still like 48% white. And at that point, that district is not granted VRA protection because, first of all, I'm pretty sure majority minority districts got struck down as a concept pretty recently. You can only do it if it's like a majority of one specific minority.
I think they weaken it a lot. If I remember
it's been weakened to the point where, like, just because you can draw a majority minority district does not mean you're legally required to.
All right. Let's see here. Charlie Howard has been a member for 16 months. Thanks so much, good sir. Charlie Howard for 2. Do you think North Carolina 1 will flip in 26 or 28? We'll get to the House in a second. Princess Rider for 10. The map I've seen combines seats 2 and 4 into 1 and cuts out the Republican senator sections of their own district and add parts of District 13 and 3 into 1. That's risky. That is super risky. But
I mean, they would have the balls to do it, and 2, they would probably have the political know-how to not have it backfire. Because, like I said, the North Carolina GOP is, I would probably say they're the best GOP in the country, more than Florida. Florida drew, as cool as Florida was in 2022, it has come back to bite them as a dummy mander. Not in the sense of a bunch of seats flipped to Democrats, but in the sense of Democrats have a bunch of very narrow districts that they probably shouldn't have.
Well, now they don't give a shit.
They're fixing that now. They're about to redraw and get rid of 4 or 5 more seats.
4 for sure. 4. But I've heard 5 being floated around. I think that's unlikely, but you could go 5. I've seen that before. So
you could. That's the thing. It's like people talk about how California is going to essentially nullify what Texas is doing. But if Florida joins in and also does 5 seats, it's like if Texas and California never redrew.
All right. Let's see here. Simple logic for 5. Come in Wisconsin for a wedding. If the bar is not open, I will doubt the truth of legendary drinking in Wisconsin, folks. Thanks, super chat. Karen Full God for 5. I didn't care when the new South Park first made fun of Trump, but it's pretty clear it's a whole season now. They want him to sue, but he's not biting. Yeah, that's what they want. They want a lawsuit because that's all they care about. I am Battlefield for 2. Thoughts of Trump getting rid of the Venezuelan ship? I saw something about that. We bombed Venezuela or ship.
We didn't bomb Venezuela. We bombed a Nicaragua ship carrying drugs from the Venezuelan coast to the
Close
United
enough.
States.
K-Cup.
I mean, it is close enough, but like in the sense of like we bombed what is essentially Venezuelan, like a Venezuelan state industry. But no, we did not bomb like an ironic, like they have claimed it as their own ship. It's just a narco ship that's in all essence controlled by Venezuela.
K-Cup for 5 almost went full Tyrone on him. He straight up believes Trump is dying, and then proceeds to say only 4 shootings since the 60s have been done by. Okay, we're not gonna do we're not gonna go down that rabbit hole, but yeah, that's a lot of leftists now. The thing is, they're a shrinking minority in America right now. So, one more super chat. We'll get to the House stuff. Charlie Howard for 2. The North Carolina GOP doesn't care when Democrats complain. Oh, they don't give a shit. They don't give rat's ass in North Carolina. That's why they're so good.
I think North Carolina has a long history of both parties being pretty ruthless. If you guys have seen the kind of maps that Democrats drew in the 90s when they still controlled the legislature and the governor,
beautiful.
it was, oh my god, it makes the current map look fair.
Yeah, I mean, listen, yeah, both parties will piss around. I mean, I think the Republican speaker like slept with a Democrat to make her flip. Like,
yes,
there's some crazy shit.
He dated a Democrat, like, and got her to flip and give them a working supermajority in order to override vetoes.
That's a GOP there. It's amazing.
Foxy Grandpa.
Gosh, American Nerd for 2. We did what to a Venezuelan ship in off of Twitter. We just bombed it. So, but okay. I think it's time to get to the House. Right?
Breaking House committee releases 33,295 pages of Epstein-related records.
Oh, come on!
We'll deal with it in a second.
Yeah.
It's probably a nothing burger. It's probably Jeffrey Epstein Files Part 1 or some shit. They're gonna parade it around.
That was only a few minutes ago, so I guess we'll have to wait for all the summaries to come out because
it's like part.
No one's reading 33,000 pages of anything.
Oh no! With Grok and shit now, I'll be like, oh, I know everything the files now. I know everything.
Yeah,
Croc to him. Okay, I think it's time we get to the main part of the show, the House prediction. I've waited on this because we gotta wait for redistricting. It's still ongoing, but I do think we have a good understanding as to how it's gonna go, and I think it's time to reveal the first map. Now, I should be clear about one thing, okay? This is not a final prediction. Like we're in September of 2025. Like anything can happen.
Reveal the map, and then we'll kind of get into the.
We'll make adjustments as we go along, basically. Yeah. But yeah, this is just like a first kind of thing.
Yeah, and I want to clear about the ratings. Safe means like, listen, guys, we're not even gonna bother with these seats. There's no freaking way they flip. Likely
probability, basically.
Yeah, probability based. Likely seats that it's like I'll show the map in a second. It's either seats like in Indiana where you don't know for sure if they're gonna go through with redistricting, or it's states like it's districts like in Texas where it's probably gonna go Republican. We got to talk about it. And then the rest of the seats will be Republican or Dem. So, let's see. I am Battlefield for 10. Breaking. Congresswoman Ana Paulina Luna said public Epstein files will be released any minute. Not buying it. Also, when are those subpoenas on those reconciliation bills? Well, they just released it.
They just released
it like 5 minutes ago. I
will occasionally, like, I'm going to be scrolling a little bit, and I'll let you guys know if I hear anything interesting, but I doubt it.
So here's a prediction, everybody. I'm starting with 212 for Republicans of the House, and Democrats 189. Listen, I know people are saying, oh, you're being biased. Objectively, how can anyone disagree with these ratings?
Is the map on stream right now?
Yeah, I linked it in chat earlier, so you can see.
Yeah, no, I mean, like, is it on stream for them to see?
So this is the current map. I have 34 seats I consider tossed up. There will be a couple others we will talk about, like in Texas, because there are some caveats, which I still don't get what the GOP was doing there, but...
And, more importantly, we are assuming California passes the map.
Yep, I want to be clear about that. So they're on that.
We are also assuming we are also assuming Indiana goes 9-0.
Yep.
We are assuming Ohio goes 13-2.
Yep. And
I would go 12-3 on Ohio. Okay, I think we should do a worst case scenario. You know what I mean? Like, I think we should assume that Indiana's 8-1 and Ohio is 12-3.
It sounded like they're going 13-2 in Ohio.
I think the way I see it is that Trump wants the maximum in every possible state. And obviously, Trump basically gets final say because if they don't do what he wants, their careers are done.
Yeah, but I'm talking about like a worst case scenario kind of thing. I want to see you give Democrats pretty much everything they're asking for. Let's see if they can still win the House kind of thing.
Well, okay,
we can maybe do that at the end.
We'll do that at the end because
Yeah.
we'll do that. But we're assuming right now we start at 212, and even that's 210. Like, who gives a shit? Guys, this is not
the last great joy 8555 in the chat says Valentina Gomez in the news again. What's going on?
Oh God, did she burn like
She burned a Quran with a flamethrower.
freaking,
Yeah.
like
That was the last I heard, but maybe there's something else. I don't know.
it's like she's a clone or something. Ben Sinnix has been a member for 10 months. So you can see the Virginia governor poll at Z+12. I saw that. We'll see, but I am Battlefield for 5. Don't forget about SCOTUS might rule Section 2 VRA. Well, we're not going down that rabbit hole because
that will probably not affect 2026.
Here's what the general way that SCOTUS on their general timeline, they've given no indication they're going to fast track this before 2026.
Actually, wait. I think it will affect one state, Louisiana.
It would impact Louisiana and like maybe Alabama.
Well, the reason
actually no, wait, probably not Louisiana because they got rid of their jungle primaries.
Yeah, the problem with Louisiana is we're not going to get a VRA ruling on either the Louisiana case or the North Dakota case until I would say summer 2026. That is not enough time to redraw the maps. I'm pretty sure most primaries have already have their deadline passed by then. I do think Barrett is going to join the four conservatives for a majority. Anyways, even if Section 2 is overturned, which I think it's more likely than not at this point, I give it about a 60% chance of being overturned.
At least partially. I think
at least partially. At least to the point where like Alabama is going to have 1 seat instead of 2 in Louisiana.
Yeah, no more of this shit where it's like, oh, this seat in Louisiana has to go Democrat because we said so. Like, no more of that, I don't think.
Yeah. Anyways, even if this happens, we're not going to get a ruling until summer of 2026. There is not enough time for the midterms. It will be 2028, and that'll probably gain the GOP, I would say,
6?
Bare minimum.
I've heard they're gonna do it early. Like, I'm guessing this fall. I'm not sure.
We'll see. I just don't think so. The hearing is going to be in October, and we don't really expect a decision to come out until June. So I don't know, but we'll see. Anyways, let's get to the actual predictions here.
All right, let me just pull this up. Luke Newman for 2. If the VRA gets overturned, more seats for the GOP. Again, we gotta wait and see on that one, but theoretically, at least, yeah. Okay, let's
go west east.
So I want to start for fun in Wisconsin and go counterclockwise because why not? And I want to show something.
I want to start in Wisconsin because I'm from Wisconsin and I like to suck my own state's dick.
Wow. Okay.
I've been saying.
Now here's,
am I wrong?
So yeah,
I do this with Texas.
Yeah. So
yeah, we're allowed to. It's Texas.
For Republicans to take back the House, they got to win 6 seats. That's it. They got to win 6 as of now. So let's start with Wisconsin 3rd.
The map is off, by the way. It's a
what?
Like the map isn't on screen.
No, now it is. I pulled up.
Okay.
So
yeah, no, Wisconsin
3rd. I think Van Orden barely holds on. Every freaking time he holds on.
Here's what I'll say about this.
Yeah, I've kind of started to agree with that. Like, I had him losing for a while, but after he saved the kid's life, and now you have the Democrat openly embracing Bernie Sanders.
His district moved to the right the most from 2020 to 2024. It is nearly Trump plus 8.
Yeah, I got it right here. Trump plus 7.5 right here.
Yeah, Trump plus 7 point. Yeah, I think it's 7.45 or something like that.
7.4.
And the only thing that's really working against him is turnout's going to be complete shit.
Which
and
he's
a massive underperformer.
I have this weird take about 2026. I want to hear you guys thinking about this because this is something I thought about.
Whatever you're about to say is wrong.
Okay, you know how in like places like Wisconsin, thank you, Wisconsin, Iowa, Michigan, there's a lot of Trump Democrat voters. Okay, everyone knows this. Like in freaking Iowa, like Miller makes.
I feel like also Bernie's probably somewhat popular in Western Wisconsin, but maybe not to the level he used to be in like 2016.
Yeah,
I would remind people. Tony Evers won this district by about 0.3. By 0.3.
Against
0.3.
Michaels.
Against Tim Michaels. I'm sorry. I just do not, unless we have like 2023 or 2024's like Supreme Court level turnout, it's not going to happen. There's no indicator.
I wanted to speak on this because I have a hot take about this. So everyone's talking about turnout crashing, which it will be a turnout, a midterm, I should say. Like, who are these voters that are not turning out? Are they the Trump Democrat voters for 2024? Are those type voters that don't vote? Because if that's the case, that actually helps Republicans in some areas, like in Iowa and Wisconsin. Because if those voters are not voting, well, they're going to vote Democrat down ballot. You know, they may only vote for Trump up ballot. You know what I'm saying?
That's the thing. Like, Van Orden won by about 3 points in 2024. That's not a solid margin. That's not something that you were like, oh my god, like this is like safe. There's no indicator. He's not going to lose at all. But one Democrat won the third district in 2022.
Yeah,
and that was Evers, and it was by less than half a point.
that's a down ballot race.
That's very, and that's the governor level, and that was against Tim Michaels, who honestly was like the reverse. Like he's like the worst possible candidate for the driftless. Yes, yes, the Supreme Court race was like, I think it was. I just pulled it up right now. Yeah, no, the Supreme Court candidate won that district by 10. So that's not good. However, here's the cool thing. Turnout was about. Let me look. I can actually pull. I can pull it up right now.
Turnout was bad compared to 26 or 24.
Yeah, no. In 2024, this district turnout was 73%. In 2023, it was 37%.
Jeez.
I'm not even kidding. It was half the turnout. Turnout
Yeah.
was cut in half. And yes, Democrats do a lot better in those kind of elections. Let's compare it. 37% in 2023.
What?
For the governor level, it was 55%.
Yeah, an 18
In
point
2020. In 2022, it was 55%. There is Van Orden is not a good candidate. He's not a good fit for this district, but it's a Trump plus 7.5 seat that Democrats can get close in. Don't get me wrong; they don't like. It's not like they lose this district by 50 billion points every election. But the only Democrat outside of the Supreme Court race to win this district in the last, I don't know, 4 or 6 years has been Evers, and he won it by 0.4 against Tim Michaels.
Yeah, I mean that's why I don't think Van Orden's gonna lose. Now, is it possible? Like when we say he's gonna win, it's not a guarantee. This is like he's a favorite. It's not like this 100% guarantee. So I think right now Van Orden's a favorite, but anything could happen. But we all agree on Wisconsin third when Republican.
Yeah, no, I would. It's.
Yeah,
I would
agree.
say I would say it's almost like North Carolina. It's just like titanium, lean R, tilt R.
And with Wisconsin,
Republicans almost always win
you
it.
don't have wave years. Outside of Supreme Court races, you don't see wave years in Wisconsin, which is strange, but even back in 2018, Scott Walker nearly won, and that was after some shit happened, but still.
Scott Walker only lost by a point. You do see like Tammy Baldwin won by 11 points, or
that happens.
like
but
the treasurer or the secretary of state can win by a few points here and there. But at the federal level, this place is no. It's one of those things where it's like you just glancing at it, you think, oh, there's no way this guy wins. He won by 3 points. He's done. But a Wisconsin seat like this, I don't see it. I think he's got it in the bag.
Chances Razor has been a member for 3 months. How much do you think Massey loses by? I think 20. Oh, he's gonna get killed. That's not gonna be close.
Why
I think
are
like
we
40.
killing people? Why can't we love one
Gosh,
another?
Prince is writer for 2.
Love Trump's hate.
Also special elections
So
suddenly
true.
matter again.
I love Donald Trump hating
Yeah.
the libs.
Special elections now matter, everybody. Did these idiots not learn from last year's Ohio special?
That Ohio special is like the peak. It is like the ultimate. Special elections do not matter. That motherfucker did 25 points better in less than like 5 months. That I'm sorry, but if you tell me that a Republican against the same candidate did 25 points better 5 months in an election that was held 5 months after that, and you're telling me that is even remotely natural and not just artificially caused by extremely low turnout, you are a fucking idiot, respectfully.
No, you don't. You know,
I know
it's
you're.
actually
I know you are.
like it's actually all correlation. All right. Anyways, so let's move to Iowa because freaking Miller Meeks. What the hell?
Well, we got another development. Ashley Hinson running for Senate, so that now means the 2nd district is open.
Yeah, that whoever wins that primary is gonna win that seat. Not gonna really.
Yeah, no, I'm not even worried about that seat at all. Miller Meeks. Let me actually pull up the humble map.
She won by 0.2 when Trump won it by 8.5. How is
I'll be
it
back in, like,
possible?
5 minutes.
Respectfully,
Is that I think she actually did. She seems to do better in midterms than than presidential years.
Yeah, it's like every
presidential years, she's had in both of her presidential elections, she's won by like 30 votes. It has been hilarious to see.
So, Iowa first. I hope Miller Meeks goes down. I don't like her whatsoever, but Does she lose?
I think so. I think she is unironically kind of done.
I think she's done.
I think given it's a more Democratic-ish year, I mean, I think with Rob Sand as well on the ballots, Rob Sand's probably gonna. I mean, he's not gonna win. Obviously, he could help a little bit down ballot with Democrats.
Yeah.
Not enough for like none to lose because I think none will win, but another Democrat, another. But if he retired from the House, they probably would.
I mean, she may not even win the primary for crying out loud. So I mean, we'll see. But
yeah, but I think isn't her primary opponent also like a schizotype?
Probably.
Yeah, right. So I think Meeks is going to go down.
I would third. I'm not going to spend much time on this. None's going to win next.
Trump basically forced him to run for re-election.
Yeah, I mean, he won it by 4. Trump won it by 4.5. That he'll be fine. All right, now we get to an interesting one because, listen, it's unlikely, but Nebraska's second.
Well, there's possibilities he could redraw. I don't know if they will or not. We're only going with the states that are basically confirmed to redraw as of now.
Yeah, no. Nebraska. And the problem is Nebraska has a. It's weird. Nebraska has their own filibuster, which has made redrawing kind of a. It's the only reason they didn't split Omaha two or three different ways is because of that. I don't think they touch it, all things considered, because Nebraska Republicans are way too like squishy normie types to just give in to whatever Trump said.
And you do the nonpartisan bullshit in Nebraska, which I hate. They do that nonpartisan crap. Everybody's nonpartisan. And like you end up with like openly Marxist Democrats in like rural areas. It's insane. That's Nebraska for you. But yeah, I think it's leaning Democrat right now. There is a chance Republicans could win. You get a Don Bacon clone, which is unlikely, but sure.
I think don't they have like a city council guy running?
They probably do, but okay. Colorado 8th.
Is that Evans?
Yeah, it's Evans. He won it by under a point. Trump won it by 2. Now, I think that considering how weak the Democrat was and all the shit she had.
Well, she's also like mentally ill.
She has a lot of issues, and it's not pretty, but
I would say Democrats flipped that seat pretty handily.
Yeah, and after the news with the Colorado and Alabama stuff today with Space Force.
Yeah, no. I would mark that seat as that's lean D. That's put a fork in that motherfucker. He's done. He's a one.
I guess honestly, I mean, her having depression. No one with depression should be in Congress, but it probably also gets sympathy votes, and I think with congressional turnout among Hispanics. Kind of like in Texas.
With Latinx voters, it's just something you got to deal with.
Isn't she running again? Is she running again?
Yes.
Yeah.
She is.
And she'll probably not. And she will more than likely be the
nominee. Okay. I'm going to say Democrat flip for now, but if she loses again.
Although that's the thing. Republicans have to be pretty careful with that because they can't just be like, my opponent is a mentally ill retard. Do not elect her because that will just get her elected.
All right, now we get to another state that's very fascinating, Utah. The only reason I have this marked is because we don't know for sure how.
Actually, hold on a minute. I'm looking at the primary here. Okay, never mind. Caravelle was up by a lot in the poll, but that was PPP.
American Nerd for 2. Did Trump say why Space Force is being moved to Alabama?
It's a red state. It's like that, and because Huntsville is like unironically, like it's a very. What's the term? Like Huntsville is known for like its space industry.
Yeah, always has been for a long time, and that's it's probably one of the nicer cities in the Deep South. It's one of the few that's actually growing. Like
it's literally called the Rocket City for a reason. Why Biden decided to move it? Like obviously, yes, there is like he probably also did it because it is a red state and it's a reward for a red state, but. Just if you really think about it,
we don't want to support racist states with jobs.
Yeah, no, but that's the thing. The literal the Defense Aerospace Rocket City probably should have the Space Command Center.
No, it shouldn't. You see,
we have to give it. We have to give it to Colorado Springs, which is just like it's a marine town. Why are we putting it there? Air Force
in Colorado.
Yo,
Colorado Springs Air Force.
Springs is Air Force. That's where NORAD is.
Yeah, I thought it's Air Force.
The
the
Santa tracker thing.
Hello, Luke.
Oh, hey, they're finally here.
Right. Oh, what are we on right now?
Luke, you missed
Wisconsin.
Found
out you decided to do it in the evening. Yeah. No, I said, what district are we on?
We're talking about Utah.
We're talking about Utah. You missed Wisconsin, but if you want to bring it up for a little bit,
Order's going to win next.
I mean, we don't really. Yeah, but yeah, dude, there's nothing really in Wisconsin. Steele's gonna win easily again, and dude, Rebecca Cook went from campaigning like a blue dog to campaigning as a democratic socialist. Okay,
And also, Van
yeah, I
Orden
don't
saved
think
like a
she's
little
gonna.
child's life. That'll probably get him a lot of.
Hey, what's up, guys?
You
Hey,
hung us in the chat.
we got a big
Why is
fight.
Utah
We got a-
The
redrawing?
election
Shut up for a
predictions are
second.
back. I
Shut
love
up for
this.
shut up for a
Everybody
second.
shut up.
The reason Utah is redrawing
Fine,
is
everyone.
because shut the fuck up. Is because Utah
I think
judges
she's
shut up.
gonna-
Is because Utah judges have a Utah judge has ruled that the map violates the independent like redistricting commission and certain sections of like basically they said it's a gerrymander and you're not allowed
it's a
to do it.
gerrymander. And
I
freaking
literally
these
just
people.
got back. The first thing I hear after I end FN is fucking Yay screaming, "Shut up!"
Because
Yeah.
fucking
I should
Luke
also
would
mention,
keep-
though, I
kept
mean,
interrupting me.
Wisconsin, I know Wisconsin shot down the redistricting case, but I think someone brought it back, and now that he had the new judge in there.
All right, let's see here.
Well, this is actually a question. Like, could they actually re-rule on the map? And
No,
No,
at
they
this,
won't.
there's no
They're not
freaking
doing it in
way.
Wisconsin.
American
what
Nerd.
were you saying, Luke?
American Nerd for 2. I think NASA's still the Space Center in
Yeah,
Alabama.
they're not doing it.
Yeah, they do. Prince Ryder for 5. Someone related. Here's eternal GOP poll for the California redistricting. Yes, 39%. No, 45%. I still think it passes, but it'll be funny if it fails.
It might pass. It might pass. It might fail. I think right now we're just going to assume it passes just to be safe.
But okay, with Utah, they're going to draw like an R+2 seat or whatever.
They're going to draw. They're going to draw a narrow.
They cannot split Salt Lake City to city limits.
Yeah.
Now,
I thought the ruling was that they had to keep Salt Lake City. They had to draw a district entirely within Salt Lake County. Is it that one, or is it the city
one
limit?
Of the ruling, and they might be able to, because I think, but they probably just keep it in the red parts. Now they could still strike it down and say, "Oh yeah, the district solely in Salt Lake County has to include Salt Lake City," which basically forces it to be a blue district.
I'm assuming it's Republican right now, though. That's what I've seen.
Because more than likely, what seems like they're going to be doing
make 2 narrow Trumps, which Utah Republicans overperform.
I think it's going to be one within 10 and one within 20.
I think they've said. I think you can draw like an R plus like 3 district that is entirely within Salt Lake County, and then you draw like an R plus like 8 to 12 district that includes northern Salt Lake County.
Plus 3. When you get a generic Utah Republican, they're going to win it by like 10 to 15.
On average, Utah Republicans outperform Trump by about 10 points in 2024.
That's Utah.
I think Irish Patriot, I know he's trolled once. He might have trolled with this one, but he did post a Utah map where it had Burgess Owens. I think his district is solely in Salt Lake County, but it's only the southwestern portion, which is fairly red. And then Malloy goes all the way from St. George up to Salt Lake City.
I would support that.
Yeah, honestly, draw Malloy into the bluest district, just so that way, if it does go down, it's such a minor loss. Who actually?
Yeah, it's like who cares about Malloy losing?
Yeah, but that being said, though, when we do get to 2031 redistricting, Utah will probably have no choice.
Okay,
it'll get a 5th district, and that 5th district will have to be a blue sink.
Yeah, they're gonna have to add a Democratic vote sink in Salt Lake City at that point.
Yeah.
They're gonna.
But at this point, their whole thing is they want to protect all 4 of their incumbents before they have to draw a blue seat.
Yeah, for now. Okay. Let's go forward. Nevada 3rd.
Lean D. Listen. I'm sorry. All 3 of those districts. It's not 2028 yet. In 2028, I think Vance is unironically going to win 2 or all 3 of those Las Vegas seats, and that might be enough to get 1 and 2 over the line.
Trump won one of them.
Yeah,
Trump won the 3rd. That's what we're discussing.
By like the slimmest possible margin, though.
Definitely lean Democrat. I don't see
because it's a blue wave. He's off the ballot.
Yeah.
Okay.
I will say though,
even if it isn't a blue,
Yeah, I don't see it being a blue wave.
Yeah.
Okay, we just got.
One thing I will say
even
though,
if it isn't a blue wave, we're
wave,
not gonna win that seat, though.
All right. Y'all go on.
Okay.
Haktua.
Okay.
Well, let's speed run a few of these because I think it's pretty.
Let me say what I was going to say.
Oh my God, hurry up!
Okay.
Quit fucking bumbling.
Shut up. All right. So I think Nevada with their map they'll probably all stay Democrat for now. I think they're the one state that's gerrymandered to hell That will not be in 2030 because they'll probably have a Republican governor by then, even if their legislature is still Democratic controlled. Maybe not a supermajority, but still Democratic controlled.
Okay.
So they'll probably draw like if they actually they're probably gonna gain a seat, so it may be a free tube map. I don't know what they'll do.
American Nerd for 2, run the Halo guy again for Congress. I think he might
Oh,
run.
He already
actually,
he
is
announced
running.
last week.
He's
he
already
announced
running.
last
I
Already
think.
announced.
Yeah, but I think
What's
there's
his name? Like
also
Marty?
It's Marty.
John Marty.
Marty
or something?
McDonald.
Martin
Oh.
O'Donnell. Yeah, he's running again. I think wasn't there like one of the very MAGA candidates from last time that's running?
I think so. All right.
Oh,
Yeah,
Jim Marchin's running. Okay, no, he's running in the first.
Well, let's speed run a few of these because yeah. Okay, let's go with New Mexico second. I think he's Democrat. Yeah. Okay, next. How about Arizona? Where are we at? Arizona 1.
Should we do Washington as well? Because we're kind of going counterclockwise.
Yeah, we'll get that. But okay, let's do Arizona 1.
I think is Schweiker retiring or is he?
He's running.
He still
wants to run for governor. I haven't heard any updates. So
Schweikart. Okay. I'm gonna say this. I hope this is controversial. Let me know. If not, let's move on. Schweikart wins. Siscomani loses.
Really?
Straight up.
Wow, really?
Yeah.
Why do you think Siscomani loses?
The district barely budged from 2020. He only won by 2.5 points with the Green Party spoiler, and I don't see it.
I got a Green Party spoiler that's going to be running again.
The Green Party spoiler is going to run again. There is.
Yeah,
but
he's running again.
He got 50% of the vote in 2024. I'm not saying even it doesn't matter if it's not a blue wave. The problem is any year bluer than what we just had. I don't think he holds on. Compared to the first district, which actually moved several points to the right, and Schweikart won by a larger margin than Siscomani did, I think he holds on, but Siscomani is done.
What are the demographics?
I don't think he's done. I think the fact he won in 22, when I think Arizona was bluer in 22 than it'll be in 26. I think he'll get by, especially now that he's an incumbent.
Interesting. I think Siscomani's race is like a toss-up, but tilt-are. But at the same time, I don't know. I mean, it depends on how Republicans do in Arizona in 2026. But also, you got to remember, Republicans did pretty well in California, statewide in last year, and that did not translate whatsoever to the congressional results, where we lost like Young Kim and like Mike Garcia, or not Young Kim, Michelle Steele and Mike Garcia. Right, so you got to keep that in mind.
Yeah, no. Okay, and yes, Arizona is trending right. That is correct.
I don't think
Arizona,
enough, though.
No, but that's the thing. Arizona's trending right. His district in particular, it barely budged, and actually includes quite a few left trending areas that moved left from 2020.
I think a lot of like Tucson suburbs and
a lot of
Tucson.
I think he's
actually no. I think the city of Tucson is split.
Yeah. Tucson itself is split, but yeah, no. His district is the most stagnant and left trending in the state, just straight up. There's no other part of it that's moved more to the left.
He got exactly 50% of the vote in 2024.
Yeah, and the only other candidate on the ballot was, I think, the Green Green Party, and maybe a Lobert, or was it just the Green Party?
It looks like only Green Party. I can't tell.
Yeah, it was just the Green Party.
Okay.
So for all intents and purposes, that was a 50-50.
I did not miss super chat, guys. People are interrupting. Magic Show for 3. Lombardo will be on the ballot for Nevada. Yeah, but I don't think it'll change much. Okay.
I would remind you guys that Sandoval won Las Vegas County by like...
He won by 50.
He won, I'm pretty sure he won like 60 or 70% of the vote in Clark County, and Republicans lost all 3 districts.
Yeah.
So, no, that doesn't translate whatsoever,
unfortunately. Since Real Text brought up earlier, I think it's a good idea. Washington 3rd. This one's interesting, because those dumbasses might primer out Perez.
If they do, it's tilt-are.
They might pull off like what Republicans did on Butler, but the thing is that district is extremely moderate for both sides. Like they loved Jamie Herrera Butler or whatever her name was. They love Perez, but the primary voters like don't like Perez because she's like too moderate. So yeah, if they primary her with like a DSA type, like that district's flipping red. And if the Republican, like even Joe Kent, who had his issues as a candidate, and I like Joe Kent personally, I've come to like him a lot.
Yeah,
but he wasn't the ideal. he's not running again. If we just get like a normal Republican who's like, just a generic Republican, they will win. And if Perez is primary,
Problem is the quote-unquote generic Republican they have running there right now supports mass amnesty.
Oh, he got. I think he got ousted, right? I thought he got dropped out.
No, he didn't drop out. It was fake.
Oh.
His fucking primary opponent
and a certain
made a
individual who's active on election Twitter was trying to convince me that he is the only Republican in the district who could possibly
I know who you're
win.
talking about.
So who are you talking about, Luke?
Yeah, a certain boss, a certain person from the Northeast, from a state.
I thought you were talking about my friend from Washington, but I'll ask my friend who lives.
I know you're talking about.
No, but this dude, yeah, he thinks that like there's only one Republican. There's 700,000 people in the district, only one of which has the possibility of beating Perez.
All right.
Yeah, I will mention though, this guy actually, I don't think he even has social media. I think one of his primary opponents made a fake Facebook account of him, claiming that he dropped out, and endorsed the primary opponent.
That's so cool, dude.
It's a shit show. I think as of now, though, I'm just gonna assume Perez remains the nominee. I think she'll win.
They literally have a DSA candidate running, I thought. So good luck. Good luck.
Yeah, I think it will probably be a competitive primary. I think as of now, Perez wins barely. I think this will, if she is still running against a generic Republican, it will probably be her worst performance to date. But I think she holds on at the end of the day.
All right.
American. Also, I will also mention though, Butler's predecessor was also a Democrat, and that Democrat is Billie Eilish's uncle.
Wow,
that's cool.
Isn't Butler's like so related to like someone famous, or am I tripping?
I don't know. American Nerd for 2. Good that Joe Kennett's in the admin to run. Again, I like Joe Kent, but he just wasn't a good candidate. He's a good guy, but
I don't think
he should have ran against. He should have ran against Newhouse, who's like way worse. And
he should have.
Yeah, no. Joe Kent is not a bad candidate, but he's not good for that district at all. And Perez is a good candidate.
I think Kent could win against the DSA candidate, but
easily.
He would easily win again. He's not running again.
He's in the admin now. He's not going to run.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now let's get to the one state that there's a lot of misconception about, California.
People, dude, Democrats think they're gonna get their fucking like Newsom mander. It's the Hochul mander of 2025 and 2026.
Blow up in their face.
It is not happening.
Okay, so even if it passes, which I have questions about, if it fails that referendum, they lose the House. There's no freaking way they win it. But
Again, you said Princess Rider in chat, their internal poll had it failing by 7. They've been right about like everything, so we'll see. It might fail.
If it fails, I'm gonna laugh.
The problem is the Dem internals have it passing by like 20, and then like most nonpartisan polls have it failing. It's weird. So
that's the thing. People don't understand this, and I feel like I go on this tirade probably 3 times a stream at this point. California is a moderate state.
Yeah.
It sounds insane to say that, because if you look at how they vote, it doesn't vote moderately. It votes for Democrats. But pretty much in almost any referendum ever, and I'm not just talking economically, on social issues, on pretty much everything, I would dare say it is like a purple state in terms of how they vote on referendums. They're not super partisan. They shot down. They've already voted twice to both have and keep this initiative. They voted against outlawing slavery as punishment for crimes. They voted 2 to 1 to increase punishments for like theft and drug use. They voted against rent control. They voted against pretty much every measure you could possibly think of. They've barely even voted for gay marriage. There were Biden counties that shut that down.
I think Fresno was even one of them, and that's a fairly urban one.
Yeah, and Fresno is a moderate county in theory. But Ye is completely right. Ye is right.
California, it is a moderate state that is just obsessed with the Democrat Party. We're slowly seeing that kind of come undone. I think we'll see it come undone more.
Well, what happened in California? So I can expand on what Ye said. What happened in California is that after the Cold War ended, a lot of these like industries, like defense industries, moved out of California, and a lot of the working class whites who moved in the 1930s kind of moved out as well. And well, who replaced them were Hispanics, specifically Mexicans, white liberals, and Asians. And those demographics are obviously more liberal, but at least the minorities are moving right, which is in turn moving California a little bit to the right. Now, that's not me saying that, California is going to go red. Probably won't for a very long time. But it is not going to be like this Democratic plus 30 state. California is a moderate state, and it probably will become like a Democrat plus 10 to 15 state and stay there for a while. And also outside of the parts of the Bay Area and like West Hollywood, California is not like a incredibly.
The voters are moderate.
Okay, Magic Show for 3, Smiley or Heidi St. John for Washington 3rd. Neither. Let's. American Nerd for 2. California will never go for Republicans. Stop coping.
I'm not coping.
Where was the cope? I don't understand.
Yeah.
All I said was
we never said that.
One, like MAGA.
I've said this repeatedly. California is a blue state. Yes. But the way it votes on referendums, which is what this is a referendum where the people go to the ballot and they say whether or not they want something to happen. On referendums, they are much more moderate.
The people are experiencing democracy? Our democracy, even?
Our sacred democracy.
You want to hear a hot take, but I think California will vote to the by the 2030s. California is going to vote to the right of like states like Colorado.
I agree.
Oh yeah, 100%. It already almost did.
And the Pacific Northwest.
I think especially with mass deportations, that's going to happen.
All right.
100%.
American Nerd for 2. California read that already. Man Milk for 5. I'm officially candidate for the Maryland House of Delegates of running a centrist campaign and hope to beat one of the 3 Democratic incumbents. Oh, nice. Hope you win. Yeah.
Wholesome.
Nice. Yoshi Fan Nick for 2. I heard California's clean up their voter rolls. Yeah, I know the guys that are doing it. They're doing a good job. I want to clear.
They are cleaning up the voter rolls. I think there's some people overreacting saying that California's automatically.
Oh yeah, like I think his name is Shiloh. I think his name is.
There's one motherfucker who posts about how like, oh my god, he only won San Diego by this many votes, and that many voters were removed. San Diego's going red, guys.
Shiloh.
A lot of those are probably Republicans, but yeah.
Well,
still.
Like the thing is, like they're doing good work. Like just watch, California's gonna shift to the right because of that.
It's just basically clickbait for the boomers that still think that California only votes Democrat.
Remember the real election map from 2020, the quote unquote real. Oh my god,
yeah.
that was hilarious.
Red California. But like, I think if they had like blue Iowa or something, it was the most schizo fucking map I've ever seen.
The Germans saw, remember?
Yeah,
that's
the
what
Germans
it was like.
I think Lynn would literally.
Why is it always like the Germans? Like, why wasn't it like the Brazilians?
Wasn't it like
why did the?
Was it like the Germans that saw the American map on Italian servers or something like that?
I love how they're like. I love how boomers are so stuck in World War II brain. Like in terms of movies, like they're like, oh yeah, the Germans and Italians saw it, not like the Chinese.
The Germans did it. All right, couple more super chats. Oh my gosh. Thomas Carl for 2. Epstein files released by Congresswoman Luna. Yeah, people were looking into it. We'll see. Probably tomorrow, more likely. Mammoth for 5. I'm running trade schools, repealing zoning laws, and cutting the gas tax, make more opportunities, and lower the cost of living. Nice.
Oh yeah, someone mentioned Jeremiah Watson. Oh yeah.
Okay. Where do we get this map for? Where do you get this California redrawn map? Somebody on Twitter did it, and I got it. Thankfully.
If you go to YAPMS,
it's on YAPMS.
Yeah, YAPMS. If you go to if you hit the US and then go to more, there is one that has both the California submission and the new Texas map that's already been signed into law.
So
yeah, it doesn't have any of the other states, but those states don't have like official maps.
So. But okay, let's go through California real quickly because I have some funny takes about this one. California 13th. That's
I think at the very least they're going to gain 4.
Okay, so California 13th. I should say 3. Hold on, I'm gonna pull this up. California 13th. That's Adam Gray, right? Yeah. Adam
13. Gray, yeah, that's not really the one. I think the main ones that are flipping are the third, the first or second. I think it's the first.
We already marked the safe ones already. Like those are not even. But the Democrat copium is like their copium is to beat Daryl. What's his name? Is it Issa?
Issa.
Yeah, it's like him and Valadeo. Here's a problem: Valadeo's seat still voted Republican in 2020.
Yeah, it is a Trump plus 2 seat.
Yeah, and this is Valadeo. He doesn't piss around. He always wins by I don't know how.
I think it is less now. It is, I think, less red. Oh, so he will probably do worse than in the current iteration, but he will likely still.
But he's pegged to R+6 for the last 10 years.
Yeah. And then the 13th in this one is like Harris plus 0.5.
Yeah, so okay. That's a ticking time bomb. I don't know why they did that, but so I
Hey,
think
the ticking time bomb. I think the current iteration did vote for Trump, so Adam Gray will probably hold on
Yeah.
just because the district is bluer.
my take is I think
Um,
Valadeo wins.
Yeah, obviously. Oh yeah, I see what happened. The 13th goes to downtown Stockton. That's why it's blue.
Yeah, good luck with that. So I think right
So
now,
Valdeo wins. I think Gray wins.
there is one in LA that's like D plus 0.2. That's like I think California 45. It's one of these down here.
45 is only about it's like Harris plus 4.
No,
That's
yeah.
Michelle Steele.
Yeah, so that one is gonna go.
And then 41 is I think 41 is Calvert's. That actually got moved.
Well, yeah, it moved
from from the Inland Empire to Los Angeles.
Yeah, and then so really there's only there's 4 competitive seats we're trying to talk about. It's 13th, that's going Democrat. I think Valadeo wins the 22nd. I think it's a hold on again.
Yeah.
21st
is Harris plus 6. That's nothing.
Yeah, California 45. That's in LA. That's gonna go Democrat. But what about the one in San Diego? That's
Daryl Issa. Okay, so this one was drawn from Escondido to the Coachella Valley, and then some of the parts of like the Inland Empire that are actually growing, like Hemet. It's a Harris plus like 3.5 seat.
I thought it was like Harris plus 1. I thought
It's about 3.5. Let me compare that to the current iteration.
The current one's like R plus 15. And he won it by 19 points. So he is an overperformer. What do we think about California 48? Does he win?
I'm sorry.
What?
Which one? Is this the San Diego one?
Yes.
Daryl Issa. This is 48.
It's not the Democrat. It's like D plus 1 or whatever.
Yeah.
Do we have
Harris plus
3?
Mark? If the current iteration voted for Trump by 15, so it's going from Trump plus 15 to Harris plus.
It's like plus
3.
1 or 2 or something or 3.
Yeah, it's Harris plus 3.
And he's
California House Democrats got their shit under control in 2024, not on the statewide level, but they picked up a lot of seats that fairly they probably shouldn't have had, all things considered. I do think he goes down, just because it's going to be a bluer year. I'm not saying it's going to be a D plus 8 40 seat blue wave.
I see. Okay,
you move that district. You move the national environment even a point or two to the left, and he probably goes down even as an overperformer, unless there is significant backlash from moderates getting pissy about the map, like passing and going, "I'm going to vote for the Republican" as like some sort of protest. No, I think he's just done. And that, as we've seen in most gerrymanders, there's almost never that kind of response from swing voters.
That's true.
Okay, so I'm looking at the actual election results. Issa won the 48th district in the current iteration by 19.
Yep.
And that is in a Trump plus 15 seat. So that's about a 4-point overperformance. In the 48th, it's Harris plus 3. So if you attach that same overperformance from last time or from last year, Issa technically wins probably by about a point or 2. But I think if it is going to be a slightly bluer environment, and it's still a fairly Hispanic seat because of Escondido and the Coachella Valley. I think also Palm Springs is in that seat, which is like high propensity boomer libs.
It's very
not a good demographic, which are not a good demographic at all. I think Issa goes down narrowly. Yeah, I agree. But I think he goes down.
All right. So, enough of California.
Now that is assuming this map passes.
Which if
I'll see.
If it fails,
I'm not even remotely kidding. I think this map fails, just straight up. I do not think it passes.
It probably will. I think it will. I think it probably will. But as of now, we're just going to go under the assumption that it does. After that election, we will update the map.
All right. Now we do a state that all you Texas plebs talk about, Texas.
New Mexico? Texas.
So far, this is the only redistricting. This is the only redraw that has actually passed. Yeah.
So it's
it's already been signed into law.
Texas 28th, Texas 34. You guys want to talk about the San Antonio seats real quick?
Okay. So there's really how many seats do we really need to talk about? I think really only like 2.
No, I said 28th or 34th.
Actually 3 because there's the San Antonio suburban one, And then there's the one in McAllen, or there's one in Brownsville, and then the one in Laredo.
Yeah, so, okay, why do you get bring up the San Antonio one? That's like R+10, right?
Yeah, it's kind of, I think it's probably, it could be a little less red in a less Hispanic in like a lower turnout environment, but it's still a seat I would say is probably at the very least likely Republican. But
Yeah, I haven't
if we're going by probability, it's probably safe.
All right, so enough. Okay, that's the one that's kind of iffy. But let's talk about the two ones that everyone's going to talk about: the 28th and the 34th. Let's start with 28th. That's queer.
Actually, let's do 34 too, because 28 is going to be a doozy.
Okay, let's do 34 then. That's Vicente Gonzalez's seat, right?
So yeah, 34. I would say this is more than likely going to go Republican, and the big reason for this is they drew suburban Corpus Christi into this. This is higher propensity white voters. It is still very. I mean, even the suburbs of Corpus Christi are still very Hispanic, or still fairly Hispanic, but there's still a lot of white voters there that are going to be higher propensity, and they're very Republican.
Okay. The Republicans are flipping this seat for one simple reason. It was Biden plus 2. No, I'm sorry, Biden plus 2.9. It's a Biden plus 3 seat. I'm sorry, but I don't care. Vicente Gonzalez is losing this district.
Yeah, and he even almost. I mean, he almost lost.
He still almost lost, and it was like D plus 13.
And this will likely be a rematch between Gonzalez and Myra Forrest. Gonzalez might have actually been drawn out.
We'll see.
Because I think he lives in McAllen.
But you can just run anyways. Yeah, there is no district residence.
While you guys figure that out, a couple super chats I've missed. American Nerd for 5. Not convinced that California can swing in the right enough to make an actual difference in that crap hole of a state. America would be better off without it. Well, I want California to be good again. I don't care if it's Democrat or not. I want to be a good state. American Nerd for 3. Meant to say without it, California's the worst. Yoshi Fan Nick for 5. Do you think that what is happening in D.C. with the National Guard could shift some of the D.C. suburb counties to the right for Maryland? You know, that's a possibility. I'm not saying it's a guarantee, but you never know.
It'd be interesting.
I mean, even the D.C. mayor is admitting, Trump's doing a good job with the National Guard. She's had
the D.C. mayor. The D.C. mayor authorized indefinite extension of
I can confirm Vicente Gonzalez was drawn out of his seat. He lives in McAllen. None of Hidalgo County is in the 34th. It is split between the 28th and the 15th. I think he's drawn into the 15th.
Yes. But he's just gonna. I think he's just gonna run on the 34th anyway.
Yeah, he could still run. It's kind of like Jasmine Crockett. She technically got drawn out of her seat, but I mean, even the 30th is still it's still got almost all of her constituency.
The 34th.
She lives only north of downtown Dallas, but that's not a seat worth discussing. It's going to go red.
The 34th
Al Green was not, and without Green, that one he wasn't drawn out. He's in the 18th.
The 34th is flipping for one simple reason. It went from Biden plus 15 to Biden plus 3.
Yeah,
yes.
It's been moved 12 points to the right.
And I think in the new map it's like Trump plus 12 or something.
Yeah, it's like Trump plus 12.
Let me add.
So yeah, and he won it by like 2 points as a pathetic victory. So right now, with that, by the way, Republicans have a House majority.
It's Trump plus 10.
Yes,
and I think Gonzalez overperformed Harris by about 6 points. So even ignoring the fact that trends will probably continue, he's going to lose by, I would say, closer to 5 points at this point.
Does everyone understand why I think this is not going to look good for Dems? We already have a Republican majority. You can't really say it's anything like delusional. It's like the Democrats have gained a bunch of seats so far in like Arizona, California. They still lose the House, according to this prediction. And we're not even halfway through. Yoshi Fan Nick for 10. What if Republicans get the redistricting ways to the point where you basically projected House instead of Republicans to the point where Democrats may not vote at all because what's the point? That would be the funniest outcome. They just stop voting.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, so I think overall with Texas, Gonzalez is going to lose right now. Could he win? Yeah. But anyways, Texas 20.
Very unlikely. But yeah, this is the doozy because this is probably the one race that is completely dependent on a trial.
So cool.
So I will say this. I think the trial is in April. I think it's next year. I think someone told me it's 27. I thought it was next year. It might be next year. If he is not convicted, I think he will win. But it will be very close because now he will have a scandal. But still not being convicted, that'll probably help him. And he doesn't really have, and also in a primary, he doesn't have any territory unfavorable to him because all of that was drawn to the 35th. If he is convicted and he goes to prison, he will have to resign from Congress. Obviously, he will probably still be on the ballot.
Yeah, that race
There is precedence for this. You need to look up the 2006 election in Texas 22. This has happened before, where the incumbent, I think, had a massive scandal and resigned after the primary. So he was still on the ballot, but the Republicans had to run a write-in candidate, and they ended up actually losing the seats to the Democrats.
Basically, in a nutshell, it comes out of what Henry Cuellar does. If he goes to prison, they're gonna lose that seat. But if he doesn't, they hold on to it. And right now, we don't know for sure how that's gonna go. I'm gonna assume that he doesn't, right?
And
if he doesn't, I think I would put it as lean D.
I agree.
His district was not made much redder. And here's the really weird part. Under 2024 data, it went from Trump +7 to Trump +10. That's pretty cool, right? Under 2020 data, it went from Biden +7 to Biden +10. So if you use 2020 data, they made the district bluer. But if you use 2024 data, it got redder. All in all, I do think the district redistricting in his seat was mostly a wash. I don't think it really got redder or bluer.
What basically happened is they traded suburban San Antonio for Hidalgo County.
For parts of Hidalgo County, which they moved right, yes, but they're not. We don't know for sure if they're solid Republican voters yet. That's why I think.
The thing is that that's the kind of area that would still be favorable to Cuellar because he's Hispanic.
Yeah,
the suburbs of San Antonio, while still very Hispanic, are not like 95% Hispanic.
Yeah, I do think Cuellar holds on just because it's going to be a bluer year. I have to keep saying this. People don't ride my ass about saying that I'm calling it a blue wave.
It's going to be a D+20 environment, even though the generic ballot point's like tied right now.
No.
Yeah, so
anyways,
Texas, we get the point on that one.
So basically with this case, both California and Texas try to draw out 5, and they only draw out 4. But that's basically an exact cancel out.
Yeah, and Florida
it's still a net loss for Democrats because of all the other states that are redrawing. Speaking of which, Florida.
Yeah, we're skipping over Florida, but there's like a net gain of 4, and maybe we're hearing speculation that what's his name? Moskowitz, right?
Moskowitz.
He might
switch parties.
Which
problem with switching parties is
I do want to discuss Florida at length because I think what's probably going to happen with the districts. If you want to go ahead and zoom in, we can.
Yeah, let me do that.
We don't have to make a prediction. It seems like what my guess is what they're going to target is Castor, Soto, Debbie Wasserman Schultz, and Frankel, not Moskowitz. Frankel.
Really?
That's my prediction because DeSantis and Moskowitz are friends. So if he's going to protect any Democrat in Florida, it's probably Moskowitz.
And I actually like Moskowitz.
Guys, hear me out.
In that case, I'd be fine with he's moderate. Like I think even
hear me out, guys.
Moscow, Mitch, and Russia, Trump.
Shut up.
So
guys, hear me out. We draw out. We leave DeSoto, or we leave Soto, and we draw out Maxwell Frost. It'll be funny.
That was, I think, one of the proposals I've seen someone draw, but I mean, it actually could happen. They basically just have to draw all the precincts north of downtown Orlando into a red seat. The problem is Corey Mills is scandal plague, so that could backfire.
Freaking dumbass! What the hell is he doing? Anyways,
really cool.
Yeah, so I think overall with Florida though, it's not get a 4.
Yeah, and the other thing with Moskowitz, I think he was like the only Democrat to actually stand and clap to Trump at the when he walked into the House chamber.
Because he has half a brain. He understands he has to not seem like an insane person to win. So
and he's worked for Republicans too. He worked for DeSantis. I think he was like a FEMA.
DeSantis appointed him to disaster. Yeah.
Yeah, and I think he was also. Trump might have considered him. I don't know if he actually did. I think he was one of the rumored picks.
There was speculation about that for FEMA.
Yeah, okay. Which actually would have been great. Which I actually kind of wish he did do that because it would have taken him out of Congress, and because that's a very narrow Harris seat. We probably could have elected a Republican. Also, that could have been an opportunity seat for David Hogg to run in. And oh boy, I kind of wish that would have happened because we would flip that seat next year.
All right, well, let's now go through a quick speed run of this. North Carolina won. I think Democrat. I mean, Davis is
right now. Yes,
time bomb.
Lower black turnout is something we do have to consider.
That's
but
true.
I do think Davis holds on.
I don't think we need low black turnout. We need to lift blacks up.
Yes, they will.
Especially,
we need to help them
empower-
leave the Democrat plantation.
We
Lift every voice.
empower
and
black
lift every
women.
voice.
Empower black women.
Okay, North Carolina won. Don Davis, I mean, that is a ticking time bomb right now. I think he holds on. Virginia 2, that's Keegan's seat. I think she holds on right now.
I think she loses straight up. I don't
Really?
think Virginia is probably going to have a pretty. I don't think Democrats in the state are pretty galvanized. They don't like what he's doing with the federal government. He's pissing off. He's pissing off some moderates here and there.
As I thought more about it, or more I've gotten that from Tester is done. A lot of the Doge outrage is probably going to be more in Nova than in the Hampton Roads area. Hampton Roads is mainly military and shipping.
This is tricky. So Keegan's, she won by roughly 4. Trump won the seat by 0.2. She is a big overperformer.
This, I think she will win, but I think this will be extremely close. I think this might be her worst performance yet.
Oh, I think it'll be razor tight, but I think she holds on.
Like, if anything, this will probably be another Perry or even Boebert situation.
Yeah, I think she holds on.
Where she only wins by like the slimmest possible margin. To where if it was only a slightly bluer year, she'd probably lose.
Okay, Virginia 7. I only brought this up because Vindman, funny, huh?
Yeah, he's gonna. He's gonna win. Speaking of, speaking of Doge, that's where the outrage goes. That's where the Doge outrage starts.
Vindman's such a shit candidate, even for
the other. Okay, here's the other thing. Vindman, he sucks. He is a money machine because of his last name.
That's true. He raised money, but he's a shit candidate, so it kind of cancels out. So Virginia,
there is no way in hell any Republican would outraise him. He probably has that seat for life.
Okay, now we get the
Also, should know Virginia might actually. I don't think they'll redraw. It might be proposed now.
They have a commission,
there's no way because Spanberger I think said she wouldn't, and obviously Youngkin's not. So Virginia's not going to redraw.
For now.
Yeah, for now. She may have just lied about it, and maybe she'll consider it depending on how the midterms go.
Pennsylvania. So let's start with our good old boy Scott Perry. He's PA 10, right?
That is probably. I don't think any incumbent Republican is technically DOA, but he's definitely someone that is not favored.
He's the closest to it, unironically. Outside of Evans, I think he's the closest to it.
I like Scott Perry.
Miller Meeks is probably a little more DOA, but I don't think anyone's DOA except for like California if they actually pass the map.
Yeah,
but,
so Scott Perry, you're a good guy, but you're done. You're not going to win that.
Yeah, I think Dems hold that seat for now. I do think we do need to discuss Pennsylvania's 8th, though.
Yeah, I think Bresnahan's going to win easily. That's my take.
I don't know.
Bresnahan wins, McKenzie loses.
You think McKenzie? So, okay, Bresnahan, he literally beat Cartwright.
He beat Cartwright. It's like a Trump plus, 9 seats?
Trump plus 8, Trump plus 9.
Yeah, Trump plus 8.
Cartwright, but also since then, he's been a disappointment.
Yeah, but is that going to really...
And he is and the other thing, he is a massive stock trader.
Is that going to really...
That is true. It's not going to hurt him. As much as we talk about it, it doesn't hurt any candidate.
Is like he's gonna win by 2 or 3 or whatever. Just the
probably it'll be very close. I think he's gonna probably be a consistent underperformer, just because he's kind of an establishment guy in a very populous district.
Yeah.
The mayor of Scranton is definitely a good recruit, but I don't know if it'll be enough.
Okay. McKenzie.
I think he loses.
You think he loses?
He beat Wild.
Torn. I'm torn, and Wild's not running again. I gotta look for the candidates that are running because I don't know.
Here's one thing we have to factor in too. We have to factor in that Pennsylvania's gotten more red since 24.
It's gotten more red. I don't think Shapiro's going to win by a blowout like he did in 22.
Because I don't know. This one's tricky for me.
I mean, Perry will probably lose, but that's just more him than anything else.
Running against a good candidate. So.
Democrats do have a very divided primary. I will mention that. You have a Bernie Democrats versus someone that's endorsed by Susan Wild. So if you have Lamont McClure, that's a PPP poll from I don't know, divided primary.
I think leans right.
I think as of now, I think Mackenzie holds on barely.
Yeah, I mean, it's a part of the state that's now it's not as much as like Brescian's seat or whatever, but it is trending to the right. So again, with it being a midterm, you gotta deal with Shapiro, I get that, but right now,
then again, though, there probably will be a lot of Mackenzie Shapiro voters.
Yeah, so I think right now it is leaning to the right. And now we get to New Jersey, because for once we're actually talking about New Jersey, like willingly.
Awesome.
So New Jersey 7th, that's what's his freaking name?
That's
his
Tom Keene?
That's Tom Keene. Yeah, Tom Keene's gonna win, I think.
Or is that New
Keane's gonna
Jersey
win.
Spur?
No,
Keane's gonna win. I don't care.
Why? Tom
Keene. Okay, no. Okay, Keene is 7th.
Yeah, that's what I said.
That's the
Keane's
7th.
gonna win.
He's favored. Yeah.
Yeah, he'll win.
Yeah,
I think he'll win.
Keane's gonna win. You know, not by 10 points, but he's an overperformer. It's New Jersey. It's getting more Republican. But this one I was looking more at, and I forgot how close this actually was. New Jersey 9.
Nellie Powell.
This one, I didn't realize how close. In fact, Trump won this district by some miracle. Now,
yeah, and I think something else to note. I think she also recently visited Israel, and this is probably one of the most Palestinian districts outside of Michigan. In fact, it actually might be the most Palestinian district outside Michigan.
That's wholesome.
Jeez.
So if it's a two-way race, Nepal's probably favored. But if it's a freeway race with like a single-issue Palestine candidate in a rapidly right-trending part of a rapidly right-trending state, this could be a sleeper flip.
I'm going to call it lean D just until we get candidates and data. But yeah, no, I would watch it. It's definitely a district that you could see flip. It's not out of the question. It is a Trump district after all.
That is funny, but...
She only won by about... she won by 5. It is a Trump one district. Okay. Judging by that, I'll say I think it goes Democrat for right now. We got to see who all runs. It'll probably be a...
Once we get a Republican and we see if there are any spoiler like Green Party types, then we can talk about it a bit more.
Okay, I do see a primary challenger that's likely, who's actually the mayor of Patterson, which is the main city in the district.
Go right ahead.
Andre Sayegh, who is a Muslim. Actually, no, I don't think he's a Muslim. I think he's actually a Catholic, but he's Arab.
Oh my gosh.
Catholic Arab?
Oh, so
Maronite.
He's Maronite then, yeah.
Okay, so I think overall with New Jersey, I think also we got to factor it is trending to the right. Jack Chiarelli, we'll see if he does good here. We'll see. But yeah, I think right now it is it leans to the left.
Yeah, Republicans so far right now, Republicans are kind of running no names. We have a perennial candidate who lost 3 times. The nominee last 3 elections in a row, and then we have a Clifton city councilor. They're probably going to run the Republican nominee for the 4th time in a row. So that might be an issue for us.
So let's segue to New York. New York 4th, that's the more Democrat Long Island seat. It's going to hold Democrat. Swazi seat, though, I think he holds on. New York 3.
I think Swazi holds on, yeah.
Yeah, it's R+4. It's getting more Republican, but Swazi, he knows how to campaign in that district. For some reason, he knows how to win. So I think he's going to...
2028, I'd worry about it. 2026?
Do we also factor in Zoran?
That, I don't really think you could compare that right now because we don't know for sure how that's going to go, so we'll see.
Mandami, here's the thing with him. Mandami, even if he does influence Long Island, it's not going to be within 9 months of him taking
well, unless unless New York falls apart, like it's burning.
Unless New York absolutely falls apart, at that point you're looking at like New York's 6th district and like AOC's seat, which is like the most right trending district in the country as far as I can tell.
Yeah, it's Swazi.
Even though they're running like the same candidate for like fucking like I don't know 4th or 5th time in a row.
Yeah.
All right. Michael Lawler. Well, that's
Leonard.
Yeah. Next.
If not safe, it's probably likely.
It's like a Biden plus. No, it's like a Harris plus like 0. Harris plus 1
plus
seat.
0.6.
Yeah. No.
Yeah. Okay. Now New York 19. That's Pat Ryan's seat is gonna win. Whatever his
Lane
name
D,
is.
or likely
Yeah.
at this
Probably
point.
I might make it likely. Freaking.
If anything, like downstate New York exurbs are probably going to be less affected by Mamdani than Long Island.
No, in Molinaro, see is Lane D as well.
Okay.
Trump didn't even win it.
Quickly, New Hampshire lean Democrat just included that because there's a chance to be redistricting. Unlikely now, but
No, because
I don't think- I
the
don't think
governor
they
the
will.
governor
no.
said no, so that's why it's lean Democrat. And then it is closer, but you get the point. Maine second, same thing with Washington third. If those dumbasses try to primary out Golden,
Yeah,
Get 'em outta
and it's
here.
kind of the same situation. Okay, well, actually, I think Luke's gone.
There he
anyways,
goes.
Yeah, because Luke would have probably also. Never mind. Anyways, so
I think with Maine second, it comes down to the fact that if Jared Golden wins a primary, he wins barely. He barely wins.
yeah,
But-
because you're running, the former governor who is probably. I mean, I don't know. Some say
LePage
he's
is
not a good
very
candidate. Some
controversial.
LePage has
yeah,
some
controversial.
issues.
Yeah, that's probably going to be an issue.
He ran for governor and kind of got blasted.
Yeah.
Bottom's blasted here.
Some say he's a good candidate. Some say he's not. I think he's probably. If there's doubts about him being a good candidate, he's probably not.
Yeah, so I think right now, hold on, Chance Raising for 5. What are the chances that Shapiro doesn't run again? I know it sounds crazy to tell, but if the guy hasn't announced yet, and it's unclear if he will. If he does it, I will laugh hysterically.
I think he's gonna
Well,
run. He's
he'll-
popular. He's guaranteed. He's all but guaranteed
He-
a second term.
he-
He's had no major scandals.
he's
None
trying to
that have come to light.
Well, the Republicans screwed that one up. They did have a scandal on him, and they wasted it. So, yeah, I think Maine second though comes out if Golden gets primaried or not. We'll see. Okay, we have one more state in Michigan. Oh gosh.
Ohio.
Ohio, we kind of just glanced over. You got the Cincinnati seat being likely. It depends what the state legislature does, but
Yeah, it seems like they are going to go 13-2. That's what Trump wants, and Trump gets the final say.
yeah. So Ohio, that's a net gain there. Now we get Michigan. We'll start with Michigan 10 because that's John James' seat. He's not running. He's running for governor. So
Yes,
he
that
right
definitely will make the seat a little more competitive,
But
but I
Trump
think it's
was
still
6.
red. Yeah, red enough. He'll go red.
it's Trump plus 6 right now. So
Like it won't go red by as much as John James would have won it by, but it's still red enough.
Michigan 8th. That leans Democrat right now. And finally, Michigan 6. That's the I think that's Barrett's seat. Yeah, he won by 4.
Yeah.
And that's
I
a Trump
think
plus
also,
1 seat.
I also mentioned Hazinga. I think was planning to run for Senate. I don't know if he actually will though.
He's not going to now with Rogers.
Yeah, I guess in that case that he's got a seat.
Yeah,
Then.
so John James, his seat stays Republican. The seat in Michigan, I feel like who's the Democrat in the 8th again? What's her name?
Normie McNormie Dem? I don't know.
It's McDonald. That's right. Yeah, she won against Paul Young. Yeah,
Kristen McDonald Rivets. Yeah, it's like it's a Trump one seat, but she won by like 7. And Paul Judge, I think. Oh yeah, Paul Judge is a perennial candidate.
Yeah,
He's
he's
a
not a
nominee.
candidate,
Nominee 3 times in a row. I think he might be running again.
bruh. So the thing with Barrett is he won by 4 in 2024, and it was a Trump plus 1 seat.
Okay, so far apparently he's not running again. The Republicans only have one candidate, and it's a former federal law enforcement officer named Amir Hassan.
Okay.
We're running Hassan as a Republican. Let's fucking go.
That's about the most Michigan.
He's gonna talk about how the Armenians deserved it.
Oh gosh. Anyways, so I think overall with Michigan 7th, that's Tom Barrett's. It'll be closer, but Republicans win it, and that's it, guys. Hold on, gotta pull up the map again. We have I have Republicans at 230 or 225.
Isn't that a
so
game from
225
2024?
I mean, like, okay.
I love redistricting.
Like, people are saying, oh, you're coping. It's like, guys, that's what happens when you have a net gain like 4 seats in Florida.
Yeah, so that's 14 Republican flips, 9 Democrat flips, which are and like half of those are in California. So
yeah, I mean, like
now here, okay, I will also mention this: if California does not redraw,
oh my gosh, 230,
229. 229, 206, assuming all the other races stay the same.
Somebody
Also,
go
ahead.
Somebody chat said that the person lost to Barrett in 2024 is now the Michigan Democrat chair. Are you serious?
Yeah, no, he was this. He was no. He went from He lost, and I think he became the state chair after that.
Wow. Good job. It's like with
I was gonna
Democrats in Florida.
The Michigan of 2022, where they were winning all the races and winning governor by 9 and all these seats and everything like
That was
that.
a fluke.
That's no more. And that was, I'm not even kidding, that was the abortion referendum. And I'm not even like, there is very little evidence otherwise.
And on top of that, I mean, Whitmer's not running again. She can't. And those primaries look like shit shows in Michigan. It's glorious. We don't know who's going to be the senator. We don't know who's going to be the next governor. It's a shit show in Michigan. So, again, anything can happen. It's September of 2025, but I don't see where Democrats have a House majority here. They got to win so many of these seats. Like, yeah, they probably can win Kagan's seat. Whatever his name is in Pennsylvania. They might win that one. Van Orden may take down. Tom Barrett, maybe. But even then, it's still a Republican majority. This is what happens when you have redistricting in New York, or not New York, Ohio, Indiana, Missouri, Florida, Texas. So, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, my personal prediction is probably Siscomani winning, but that's probably the only disagreement I have. And then obviously Texas 28, that's to be determined. But
and you wonder why Trump wants to redraw the maps. Now do people understand why?
Yeah, because again, I mean, that's probably.
Yeah, and by the way, guys, we have a bunch of seats flipping down, like Gabe Evans, Miller Meeks, Siscomani. What's the other one?
Oh, the one in California.
Oh yeah, one's in California. Quayle holds on.
Albert. I do see though. It looks like from this prediction, all Republican seats that we're gaining in this election are from redistricting.
Oh, and Kiggins. Oh no, we had Kiggins holding on, don't we?
Yeah.
Yeah, except for I mean, in my opinion, even if they didn't redistrict, if Cuellar got convicted, he probably would have lost anyways. But that probably would have been one of our only flips.
Perry goes down. I mean, this is not an unrealistic map. I don't the only way it gets worse for Republicans is if it's D+8, and right now there's no indicator of that whatsoever.
Trump's approval rating is -5, dude. He's more popular than second-term Obama.
That's including the shitty Quinnipiacs of the world. It's closer to -2. That's nothing. So, all right, American Nerd for 225 is still better than what we got in 24. That's the funny part. If we get a net gain in 2026,
what's that blue wave doing, motherfucker?
I think this is a net gain, at least in my prediction, which has Siscomani winning. It'd be a net gain of 6.
Yeah.
And here's what I will say: 2028 will only be better because assuming Section 2 of the VRA goes down, that's +6, and that's not 6 more.
The thing
that's
is that
6 for Republicans and -6 for Democrats.
What I've heard is that I think outside of Georgia and North Carolina, the rest of the southern states are going to go to the max.
Yeah.
They're going to draw all Democrats. Louisiana will probably draw out both. Mississippi, I mean, that's easy. You can draw out that one.
You can draw a majority black Trump district in Mississippi.
Yeah, barely though. It wouldn't be black enough to be VRA.
Tristan for 5. Does Jeffrey resign if they don't take back the House? Oh, he gets forced out. If they lose,
dude, he might be primaried. There are talks of him being primaried for not being progressive enough.
Go ahead.
Yeah, because he hasn't endorsed Zohran yet, so they want to primary him out.
K-Cup for 2. What major Trump W secures 230 for the GOP? I think it comes on the economy. That's my take. The economy, it's everything. If the economy is booming, I don't see how Dems do shit.
Trump is still banking on the economy having a rebound because these tariffs did cause a minor hit because of fucking panicans.
Yeah, but it was panic. It was panicans, not actually. Oh, tariffs causes crash. It was people panicking about it.
Oh,
dude,
by the way,
the CBO is now saying we're gonna make a bunch of money off these tariffs.
Yeah, we're gonna rake in $500 billion a year, every year.
I think that's probably an additional 8 seats. I think right there if you take out Section 2.
Yeah.
If Louisiana, Mississippi, Alabama, Tennessee, South Carolina go max, and North Carolina, you get that one flip out of North Carolina 1.
What about Kentucky?
Kentucky could probably
that seat is not VRA protected, I don't think.
The problem with this, wait, let me say this. Both Kentucky and Kansas, yes, Republicans are going to be able to redraw it. The problem is because they have the votes to override their governors, and Kansas is going to flip at the end of 2026 anyways. Here's the problem: both Kansas and Kentucky have liberal Supreme Courts. So not only do you risk them shutting down a 4-0 or 7-0 Kentucky map or Kansas map, you also have them redrawing it for them and giving them like another district in Kentucky or another district in
fair.
Kansas.
Yeah.
Luke Newman for 2, more popular than second-term Bush as well. Gee, that's such a hard thing to do.
Yeah, I mean, the way I see it is, I don't think they can technically draw another blue seat in Kentucky, but they could make the Lexington one like single-digit red.
Yeah, they
And
could make
Kansas,
it.
they probably, well, I don't know. Kansas, I think they can only draw one.
That's a
but
ticking time bomb. That's gonna be a problem. So, but yeah, with the more popular.
although the way I
yeah.
see it, I mean, they probably could just draw like a Johnson County pack or something, or not like a. Actually, well, maybe like Overland Park, Lawrence pack, something like that.
Chance raising for 5. This isn't even factoring safe Republican seats getting upgrades. Just Massey and McConnell getting kicked out. That alone helps us both in the chambers. Yeah, I made a video on this. It's like, wait, we're getting rid of Joni Ernst. She retired. We even talked about that. She's gone. We're gonna probably gain like a real Republican in Kentucky. I think Nate Morse is gonna win. That's my take in Kentucky. We're gonna gain one in Ohio. Well, not Ohio, but maybe we gain one in Michigan with Mike Rogers. We might take down Cassidy. We're gonna get actual Republicans. Like they're decent.
Maybe Paxton. I mean, there was a coefficient poll that's showing the primary tightening, but
I think he's up by 3 right now.
yeah.
Let's see.
Now, if Trump trusts coefficients, he might pull the lever for Cornyn, but Cornyn's not up yet and may not be. I think he's only led like one poll, and I think it was by a point, and it was from like a horrible pollster.
When the economy booms and Trump ends at overseas conflicts, the GOP gets 240.
I think Trump endorsing Cornyn would be something that I'd actually hold against him, honestly.
Yeah, no, there are many endorsements I've been like, what the fuck is wrong with you? Like at least Hamas Day was like really conservative, and Kalik was pushing for it. There's no excuse to endorse Cornyn.
Yeah. Just give Wesley Hunt a run then. Just do that.
I'm gonna say, listen, if you're gonna endorse somebody, you don't want to endorse Paxton because of the divorce thing. Just endorse Wesley Hunt, or just endorse
I don't
neither
think
of
Trump
them.
cares about the divorce stuff, for being honest.
Maybe
He
not.
probably doesn't, but there might be there could be like a massive scandal that's behind
Yeah, we'll see.
the divorce. Like, I don't know, maybe Paxton paid for an abortion.
Or I mean, that's the thing. He could have committed infidelity. That's entirely on the table here.
Let's see here. The only L for Republicans and two real leaving. Yeah, but you're probably getting Barry Morse, so it's not really.
Yeah, but that also means that his seat might be taken over by.
Yeah, I know.
Actually, maybe not Jerry Carl, because there's a state rep from Enterprise, Alabama that Britt endorsed, who I think she only endorsed because they're both from Enterprise. But with that endorsement, Jerry Carl may not even return to Congress, which will be great.
Yeah, we'll see. If Paxton drops out, endorse Hunt. Yeah, I agree. What if we get regime change in Venezuela and receive an oil deal? Trump gets 235. Yeah, well, that's if we. I don't know what we're gonna do in Venezuela, but it'd be kind of funny. It's like, yeah, give us your guys' oil.
Do we have any updates on the Epstein files stuff?
I've seen nothing.
I've seen nothing. It
You know
probably
what
is
that
a
means?
nothing burger.
You know what that means?
Hmm.
It's really everything they had, and like it just proves what they were saying earlier.
Yeah, no, it's probably there's probably no actual difference.
Yeah, it's like,
which means Luna might have just pulled her career on the line.
Freaking dumbasses! Like, I'm not seeing anything right now. I'll look after the stream, but
oh goodness, if I don't know if Trump's, I don't think Trump's going to try to primary out Luna, but
no way.
Yeah, I mean, Mike Collins brought up
So
the Epstein files, but that statement was taken out of context.
So what if Trump hasn't released the Epstein files because Epstein raped him too?
This is a truth nuke, dude.
Oh, people are complaining about these files because they're images. Oh God.
Oh, so they actually have like child.
No. It's like you know how it's usually a PDF. Well, they've released.
They're fucking scanned images. Ugh.
But people are saying, they're trying to
search by word.
Yeah, that's gonna take a while. Get Grok fired up. Hey Grok, like
Grok is gonna like crash tonight.
Oh yeah, it's gonna crash.
Actually, X might crash.
American Nerd for 2. Barry's more wife could run for the seat. Maybe. Luke Newman for 2. MLB player running in Chip Roy's seat. Really?
Yeah, Teixeira?
Oh,
Teixeira? I don't know how you
that's
pronounce
right,
his name.
Teixeira.
Former Yankee and Ranger.
Teixeira.
I think it's Teixeira, from what I've heard.
Yeah, how do you say his name? Yeah,
he put up a pronunciation on his website.
Yeah, he played for the Rangers, Braves, Angels, and the Yankees.
He was a really good player, from what I understand.
3 All-Stars, 5 Gold Gloves. Yeah, 400 home runs. Yeah, it's pretty good.
Yeah, give me a second. Let me pull up his
Fucking judge can get his
website.
own little fucking snippet at the bottom left of every
Yeah,
ESPN thing.
it's Mark Teixeira.
Teixeira?
Teixeira.
Teixeira, okay.
This guy motherfucker has text in his name. I'm just saying.
Okay.
Maybe just call him Tex.
I
Shara has some kind of whack ass pronunciation where I'd just go chia.
Oh gosh.
So true.
Assassin for 5. Did you guys see that the 6 AFD candidates just randomly died before the big state elections? Also, we'll be streaming the September 13th protest. No to the second question. That's, I don't know what's gonna happen. 13's gonna be nothing burger. But yeah, 6 AFD candidates in Germany just died completely randomly right before the election.
This reminds me of Mexico.
Colombia.
Yeah, Colombia too.
Yeah, so AFD's probably not winning that election anymore.
It's kind of fun because Moreno is always posting about Colombia because I think he immigrated. He immigrated from Colombia, so he's always talking about it.
All right,
and like he's like, oh yeah, these guys just fucking killed each other.
K Cub for 2. Leave images in. Show us Bill Clinton in the dress. Oh gosh, yeah. The people are to look into it. They're gonna go schizophrenic over the files.
Ashley Hinson is racking up endorsements left and right. Yeah, she's gonna be the next center. I've heard about Whitaker maybe running. I don't think he's going to. I think Trump's just gonna pressure him.
Hinson's probably slightly better than Ernst, right?
I think Whitaker I prefer Whitaker, but the problem is I think Trump's just gonna endorse him. I think she's just gonna pressure him to stay in the admin and then endorse Hinson.
Yeah.
Hinson's going to be the next center.
RFK has the second highest approvals of the cabinet members. Yeah, he's fairly popular right now. So.
Yeah, a lot of that shit isn't
Seems
sticking
like
to
a lot
him.
of independents. Seems like a lot of independents like him.
Yeah, well, because he's just trying to be honest with the stuff. So. All right, if anyone got any more super chats, any more questions, concerns, whatever, send them now. Last calls are super chats. Last calls are super chats. Yeah, we're waiting on the Epstein files. That's just it's looking like it's nothing burger, and people realize, it's a nothing burger.
Hey. As soon as the stream ends, we're gonna find out that Joe Biden was on the island, and we're gonna have to do an emergency stream.
Aaron Ratliff for 2.
It says RT posted some missing minutes video, but
who knows?
I don't know if it's real.
Trust RT with my life, dude.
Yeah, trust RT. Aaron Ratliff for 2. Fox polls 77% of Gen Z brings parents to interviews. That's bullshit. I saw that. Guys, that just boomer cons be like, oh, Gen Z, those youngsters.
That included, I'm not even kidding, that includes if you're 17 or 18 years old and your mom drops you off for your interview, that counts as that 73%.
Yeah, it's like, okay. It's
boomers
bullshit.
are working. The millennials are working hard enough.
We are definitely having a great awakening when it comes to boomers because everyone's realizing that generation sucks.
I can't believe we're all becoming woke to boomers. You got to be kidding me.
It's like they're the most insufferable generation. Is anyone?
I've noticed that I feel like every other generation just sucks. Like the greatest generation is good.
Yep.
Boomers suck. Gen X is good. Millennials suck. Gen Z is good. Gen Alpha sucks. Like, what the fuck is this?
Gen Alpha's too early. Can't tell.
Gen Alpha is gay and iPad. It's an iPad generation. I don't care.
Okay.
Hey, gay.
But yeah, I do think overall boomer cons. Well, that's literally who it is. It's really just a bunch of boomers. I mean, guys, remember the boomers are the ones that are going to these protests. Like every protest now, it's just boomers.
Not too fond of boomers.
Hey,
yes.
Start digging in your butt.
Oh
twin.
gosh. Okay, American Nerd for 2. Takeaway. American Nerd for 2. Takeaway boomer Social Security. I saw there's actually growing support to get rid of Social Security.
Guys, hear me out, guys. Reverse Social Security. We take money from the boomers and we give it to Gen Z. It'd be really funny.
Ridiculous. We'll see.
Kill 55 million boomers.
Oh gosh.
The day of the pillow is soon.
The day of the pillow, yes.
Gen Alpha is apparently looking more towards Zoomers than Millennials. Well, it's too early. You can't really base off anything other than, somebody said something.
Also, some global genocide experts said that Israel is committing genocide in Gaza.
And other news, the sky is blue. Anyways, so I think that's it for the stream, guys. Thank you all so much for watching. If you guys did enjoy, smash the like button down below, subscribe, share with your friends, and of course, join the channel. I don't think we're doing a Senate prediction this week. I don't think it's kind of really worth it right now, but
We don't have
Yeah,
candidates.
it's fine.
there's no
Yeah, we
point.
literally got nothing. So, but
Like House elections are a little more like you can kind of get away with generic on both
Yeah.
sides and just say because you can base it off of that. Senate races are all about the candidates.
yeah, it's
There's
really
very
just
little.
generic R versus generic Dem half the time.
Yeah, and a lot of those races, it's like 30-year incumbent versus one Democrat running or one Republican running.
All right. In other news, President Trump is planning to attend the Yankees game on September 11th.
In other news, Democrats completely botched their Labor Day ads.
Oh, I heard about that. It's like they included like the inflation under Biden or something.
They also use Sri Lankan beer as their example of what Americans drink while on vacation.
What the fuck is a Sri Lanka?
Yeah, what the fuck is that?
It's a place in Asia, I think.
Oh, I'm
don't know.
sure
It's
the
an
average.
island country south of India that's
Yeah, no, they
It's just
included
kind of
fucking Sri
there.
Lankan beer as like what Americans will drink if they're on like
It's
vacation
like-
somewhere.
If you're gonna pick piss water, pick something that people know.
I was gonna say, come on, guys, pick like I don't know,
At
Michelob
least
Ultra.
pick like a local, like an American brewed IPA. If you're really
Guys, hear me out, guys.
Pick Bud
Hear me
Light.
out, guys. We include Bud Light with the transgender person on the side. This will work.
Oh my gosh, it's
Yeah,
just,
there goes several more house seats.
Gen Z started in 1996. Was born in 1997, based. Bud Light's so true. It just name literally anything like Bud Light or Bud, just something, not some random beer that nobody ever heard about. Like, who drinks that shit?
People who don't care about the quality of alcohol, and
I only drink
Quality of
Asahi.
drugs.
I
I'm just
guarantee,
saying.
like that beer that they brought up, it's a type of beer that's like super expensive for no reason. So it's like a status beer. It's like, oh, look at me, I'm drinking this shit.
Sorry, Asahi.
Yeah. All right. Let's see here.
Also, guys, I'm just gonna say this: if you like IPAs, you are fucked up beyond belief. You will not reach samsara.
Blum phrase the price of Bud Light. Real. I'm surprised Democrats say go with Bud Light or beer from Cracker Barrel. You know, that would make too much sense for them. Yeah, so, like, do people expect this party to win the House next year, like, unironically?
They're expecting another D+8 year, and they're expecting
They're
Republican
expecting,
gerrymanders to backfire.
they're expecting like D+18.
Yeah, they really think this. I mean, I made a whole video on this. There's no signs of blue wave anywhere. So...
That's a cope, actually. Trump has a 10% approval rating.
Have you considered that Gallup came out and said that Trump
Yeah.
has like a 36% approval rating?
Yeah, the same polls that got paid off by USAID.
Yeah.
Let's see here. But yeah, I do think overall, will you stream tomorrow? Yes, we'll be back tomorrow morning. Just we're not gonna do the Senate predictions or presidential stuff for a while, especially president. We might do it once in a while, but the House, we're back to the monthly predictions because we kind of know how that's going. So, anyways, Democrats' meltdown will be hilarious. If they actually lose the House, they lose seats. What's your reaction gonna be? Like, what are they gonna say?
Starling stole it.
Yeah, they're going to talk about election. They're going to talk about how Trump authoritarian fascism stole the election.
Yeah. Well, they're kind of set up already. I mean, look, hear what Gavin Newsom's saying. He's saying, we got to do this to save democracy because we don't, we're going to lose the House.
This motherfucker said, there will not be a 2028 election. Where
Oh,
his
yeah,
word.
that's right.
Yeah, if his map doesn't pass, 2028 will not. There's not going to be an election. Trump's going to be dictator for life. Newsom's the only one that can stop it. The California elitist that claims to be the voice of the middle America.
Yeah.
So apparently, okay, Luna just said that that she acknowledged that Epstein was in fact working for a foreign asset. Oh God.
Ah.
I wonder.
You guys ever seen that picture of him wearing a T-shirt of a certain military
Yeah.
organization from the Middle East?
I wonder who they're talking about. This is why I think Trump ended. Oh my gosh. Shit's raising for 2. Iowa voters got redder in your face down. Yeah, they got more Republican. Speaking of that, where's Aunt Seltzer at? Still waiting.
Probably plotting her next poll or something.
My gosh.
I think that's what Iowa Democrats are basically like. They're still hoping that her poll is going to be right. Just 2 years late.
But yeah, so
That's that's what he,
overall, guys, we'll see the Epstein stuff. It sounds like they released a lot of shit. They're actually admitting that's probably why they didn't release it originally. Like either was a lot of fake stuff they had to go through, or well,
guys, we have new voter registration data out of Pennsylvania. Republicans gained 400, Independents gained 5,000, Democrats lost 5,000.
I made a video, and that's.
I'm sorry.
That's fine.
Trump is trying to protect his best friend.
You know, but it's like, guys, if they're trying to cover this up, why the hell did they give it to the Committee of Oversight? Why?
Because
of fuck.
Here's what I think actually happened. Trump realized these people are incompetent, so he just said, okay, just give it to the freaking committee over there. Be done with it. Let them deal with it. That's probably what happened. Because why else would they, if they want to cover it up, wouldn't they just, not give it to them? I don't know. But overall, guys, I think that's it for the stream. If you guys did enjoy, smash the like button down below, subscribe, share it to friends, and of course, join the channel. I think that's it. Did we miss anything?
No.
All right, so we will be back tomorrow morning now with the prediction. We'll see what happens tomorrow. Surely something happens out of this, right?
Nothing burger. Nothing burger.
Watch it just turn out like these files are just like the same one they released. But it's like, what they call it? They call it like stage 1 or whatever. In like February.
Yeah, stage 1, and it was
Same
previously
stuff.
released documents with more of it blacked out.
Yeah.
Binder dates.
Yeah. So it's stage 1, part 2, I think. It's just like the rest of the files in between. It's like
Thomas Massey's running for president in 2028. That's probably just stage 1.
He wins New Hampshire, and then
Israel supports on the series to climb the West. Oh yeah, I don't know what the hell they're doing. They're freaking dumbasses. They just can't help themselves, especially Netanyahu. So, all right, we'll see you guys next stream video. Every see us at Godspeed to all of you.